Welcome to the regular meeting scheduled for Wednesday, February 11, 2015, Village of Norridge. I call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
President Shmura?
Here.
Clerk Budnick? Trustee Kucharski?
Here.
Trustee Tannhauser?
Here.
Trustee Solomowski?
Present.
Trustee Salguerio?
Here.
Trustee Gregorio?
Here.
Trustee Justino?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need a motion to approve and adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of January 14, 2015, as presented and published.
So moved, Mr. President.
First, Dominic Solomowski, second, Dominic Salguerio. Vote, please. Motion carries 6-0. President's report. We've almost completed our meetings with the Cullum residents, which we promised in our last meeting, and I'll leave that at that. And Trustee Solomowski, you can summarize that when it gets to your committee, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Committee reports. Finance. Jackie Gregorio.
Thank you, Mr. President. In discussion, preliminary budget from the Veterans Committee for the Memorial Day event is scheduled for Sunday, May 24th, 2015. The budget is predicated on full participation of the Great Lakes Naval recruits. I think everyone received a copy in their mailbox in regard to this. Excuse me. Is there any discussion on this? Ursula?
Yes, in regard to the stage, I think it maybe would be a good idea if we sat among the residents and maybe just reserved a few seats that we could have reserved for any dignitaries that would be there.
Okay. Is there anybody else that has
Anybody
something?
else? What is the cost for the stage show?
$3,600 for the stage.
Okay.
It's a total of $8,000, which $3,600 is for the stage.
So can I clarify, are you saying no stage then, or stage but not
I
seating
think
on
it's
there?
very important, and I have to always like to sit among the residents, because they really do talk to, I do talk to them before, and is the stage really necessary if we sat among the people and talked with all the residents?
Anybody else?
With what we did when Mayor Field was there.
For his
We
memorial
did it all
service.
in front of the door.
That was his memorial service, yeah, that's correct. Okay. All right. Any other discussion at this point? Okay.
Okay, then we can discuss this, you know,
It'll be an action item.
action item for the next board meeting, okay? Okay, under action item, are there any questions or modifications to my agenda, A through J? Hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to accept the finance agenda as presented.
Motion, Jackie Gregorio.
Second.
Second, Trustee. Vote, please. 6-0, motion carries.
And that is all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Public Works, no discussion at this time. We have one action item A, and really it is just to, I'll read it. Approve the release agreement from the U.S. Cellular representing the cancellation of the contracts for the sites known as 7774 Irving Park Road, 7255 West Montrose Avenue, and 5140 North Cumberland Avenue. U.S. Cellular has stopped providing service in the Chicagoland market. The initial contracts were signed in 1996 for the Irving Park and Montrose sites, and 2003 for Cumberland. As of today, all equipment has been removed from the sites. The village will sign a final property release after we complete inspections. I need a motion for that.
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Trustee Justino. Second, Trustee Gregorio. Vote, please. 6-0, motion carries. Thank you very much. We will go a little out of order here. We will skip law and ordinance and come back to it. We'll go to the water department. Trustee Tannhauser.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under water discussion, I'd like to discuss an item law and ordinance C, raising the water rates that we're getting from the city of Chicago.
And the C is in law and ordinance. It's not in yours, so.
Correct. Yep.
Any discussion at this point? The way I understand how we have the ordinance, we're passing on the Chicago increases.
As long as, yes.
And we are going to be moving up the infrastructure 50 cents a month.
Yep.
And that's hopefully to start moving on and replacing some of the smaller water mains and some of the water mains that we have planned.
Correct, it's like $3 a month.
Any,
Yeah, I think the difference was 360.
361.
The difference was the two, the older and the new.
Yes.
unfortunately, Chicago has been raising our rates for the last, 4 or 5 years now. And
Big raises.
Big raises, they're 15% at a time, 50 cents, 60 cents, 50 cents. One year I know that we ate most of the increase, and now we're back in a situation where we gotta get some of the increase back so we can start doing some things with the water mains and some of the other infrastructure. So, at this point, is there any more discussion on the water rates?
Is it for discussion? Under action item B, items A or B, is there any questions or modifications? Like to make a motion?
Second.
Motion trustee Cannon, second trustee Solimowski, vote please. Vote 6-0, motion carries. Thank you, trustee Cannon.
Thank you, Mr.
Now we
President.
will go back to law and ordinance, trustee Dominic Calderon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under item E, I don't have any discussion at this time, but, under the, action items, I'd like to bring up a point on my item number C. That is the young lad that, has was paralyzed, I think, from the waist down.
No, that's B.
B.
Wait, no, that's B. B.
Yes, excuse me. But, he's under item B. And I
Right,
think
that's correct.
that's gonna be, my question is, we have 3 items, A, B, and C, and I'd like to have them approved as noted, and D.
Okay, so we got action items A, B, C, and D, and in there is the ordinance for the increase of the water rates, correct?
Right.
Okay, motion, trustee Pellegrino, seconded.
I'll second.
Trustee Koenhauser, vote please. Motion carries 6-0. Thank you, trustee
That
Pellegrino.
is all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Police, trustee Paczarski.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, I would like to have the dispatchers come up front, please. And that is Edgar Perez, Paula Meyer, and Anthony Carone, and Robert Middenberger. On January 7th, 2015, a fire, a residence at 7911 West Gunnison Avenue was reported by Norridge officers. During the course of the fire, dispatchers from the Norridge Emergency Communications Center were responsible for communications between the police, fire, and other public departments, which were responding to the scene. In total, 14 fire departments with 27 pieces of equipment, units from the Norridge, Harbor Heights, and Schiller Park Police, as well as Norridge Public Works and other assisting government agencies were on scene. Carone and other dispatchers safely and efficiently were able to coordinate and facilitate the communication with and between all responders to the event and the public at large. My congratulations.
Do you want to end or each group?
Each group and then all at the end. I'll wait for you guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to do one more close.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, if I could have Corporal Nicholas Rice, officers Christopher Smith and Zelka Lubacek, please come up. On January 7th, 2015, Corporal Rice and Officer Smith and Lubitschek responded to a call for assistance from Officer Melike. The three responded to a home at 7911 West Gunnison Avenue, which was burning with smoke exiting from a second-floor balcony. The officers observed several residents of the home trapped on the second-floor balcony. The responding Norridge officers assisted with placing ladders against the balcony. The other officers, along with Officer Melike, were able to get two of the residents down from the balcony, and a third was rescued by a member of the Norwood Park Fire Department. The officers were then informed that several children may still be trapped in the first-floor bedroom of the residence, with little regard for their own safety. The Norwich police officers began to smash windows using a ladder and pushed in an air conditioning unit in an attempt to locate the children. The children were found to have already exited the residence and were eventually located in a vehicle down the street. Very bravely. Congratulations.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were leaving me.
Now, if Officer Paul Melike, please come up. Officer Paul Melike will be receiving the Norwich Police Department Life Saving Award. On January 7, 2015, Officer Paul Melike, while on routine patrol down Lawrence Avenue, observed smoke on the north side of the 7900 block. Officer Melike parked and exited his vehicle to investigate. Officer Melike noticed a home on 7911 West Gunnison Avenue was burning with smoke exiting from the second-floor balcony. Officer Melike contacted dispatch and requested both fire and police assistance to the location. Officer Melike then observed several residents on the second floor yelling for help. Officer Melike jumped several fences to gain access to the backyard, injuring his leg and shoulder. Ignoring his injuries, Officer Melike was able to locate several ladders in the backyard. With the building now engulfed in smoke and fire, Officer Melike and other responding Norwich officers placed the ladders against the balcony. Officer Melike and the other officers were able to get two of the residents down from the balcony, and a third was rescued by a member of the Norwood Park Fire Department. Officer Melike's quick response to the situation and timely call for assistance prevented a tragedy